everybody, this is Zaxter99. Welcome again to what'll be video or episode number 3 of my Drive to Work. Now, this is going to be a special edition. They say the third one's a charm, and that's indeed the case, because as of today, this morning, I am the proud grandfather of a precious little baby girl. My daughter just gave birth. She got married back in April, and she gave birth to a 9-pound, 4-ounce baby girl. And baby is absolutely healthy and gorgeous. I'll show you pictures right here of her right after she was born. And that is definitely the highlight of my day. I never, growing up, I never thought or even fathomed about the day that I would be a grandfather. And while it's a joyous celebration and pretty awesome to know that I have a precious little girl that I'm not going to be directly raising myself, but is part of my life, part of my family and my blood, it is something that definitely makes you feel older. So this is my first grandchild, and her name is the same name as a beautiful tree with a white bark and golden shimmering leaves in the autumn. And that name is Aspen. They've named her after the mighty aspen tree. I think it's an absolutely gorgeous name, and so definitely proud of that. So with that, I want to go ahead and thank you guys for tuning in to my Drive to Work. One thing that I was thinking about last night, as my daughter was in labor for I believe she was in labor for 15, 16 hours before she finally gave birth to Aspen. I kind of thought about the way they work it. It works, at most employer locations. If you have a bereavement, it doesn't matter who it is in your family, pretty much. Grandparent, parent, sibling, brother, sister, uncle, aunt, grandparent, grandson, granddaughter, all kinds of different family. If they pass away and leave this earth, they give you usually 2 to 5 days paid off. Now, I haven't actually seen or held my new granddaughter yet, because I live a few hundred miles away from where she's at, and I have to work. The place I work at doesn't have any kind of immediate emergency time off, if you could say. You pretty much have to be able to trade with another employee to get time off. And if you aren't able to find somebody to trade with right away, which is really hard to do, then you're pretty much stuck working. So I was kind of thinking last night, it's kind of a shame that, at most locations across America where we work, we get 2 to 5 days off for bereavement in a case of somebody passing and leaving us on this earth. For the sad part of life, for the time you need to heal and say goodbye to those that have already passed, there's no time off or anything usually for people that have new family or granddaughters or grandsons or nieces or nephews being brought into the family, being born, the circle of life, if you will. While it's a joyous moment, most of us still have to work. Granted, if you're the mother of a child, most employers give you plenty of time off to raise your child and nurse your child and so be it. And a lot of those places give you paid time off, or at least a certain percentage of that time is paid. But not for a grandfather, not for a grandmother, not for an aunt or an uncle, or, you know, nothing like that, where you can get time off because you can, so you can celebrate life, new life. Something you have to do on your own. You have to take your own time off. You have to take your own vacation time. You have to have your own sick time or something like that. Or in my situation, you have to find somebody willing to take a trade for that kind of a situation. You can't just take off using some kind of a bereavement type system. I think it's kind of it's a little bit sad to me that most employers don't honor the new life of a new family member, of a new niece or nephew or granddaughter or grandson, or even the son or daughter of a father. Usually the mother, like I say, gets plenty of time off, but what about the fathers out there? Do they get much time off? If they do, it's usually only a few days, maybe a week, and that'd be a pretty good employer to even honor that or to pay for that. It's usually the mother that is really the only one that gets any kind of recognized or honored time off for a new child being brought into this earth. And I wonder why that is. Why is it that most employers give you, 4, 5, 6 a week days off, usually paid to to go to a funeral and do the bereavement thing, but nobody wants to honor the new life out there? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm kind of rambling on about this, but I just thought it was kind of interesting, that observation, as my daughter was in labor last night while I was at work. Let me know what you guys think of that down there, down in the comments below. And let me know what you guys think of, do you think most employers should honor a new family member, a new baby girl or baby boy being brought into the family, whether it be a granddaughter, grandson, niece, nephew, son of a father, whatever it might be? Let me know what you guys think of that. And why it is we, honor a death with pretty much any family member way more than we honor a new life. Anyway, I want to go ahead and talk about, children and newborns being born into the world. I can tell you that there is no greater love in this world than the love you feel as the parent of a child, of a newborn child coming into this earth. I can't possibly explain to all of you out there who don't have your own child yet. There is nothing I can possibly say that will make you understand the love a parent has for their child. And this is coming from a father. A mother has to be even more of a bond. A mother carries this baby inside of her for 9 months as it grows inside of her, and then before she finally gives birth. Very memorable experience. Sometimes it can be a very difficult, long, and process that can leave them worn out. Pushing and contractions and pain and everything part of that. I can't imagine how close a mother feels to her baby girl or baby boy that's grown and been a part of their body. I mean, their diet, what they eat for 9 months. can determine the health of that baby growing inside of them. So I can't even imagine. I'm the father of my kids, and I know how strong my love is for my own kids. I can't even imagine the bond a mother has for her kids. I can just tell you, even as a father, it's inexplainable, the love you have for your kids. I mean, even from the very first moment they're born. And that's what it is for a lot of guys, for a lot of men out there that don't pay their child support or that aren't a part of their children's lives. Usually, I don't think it's the money that they're running from. They're not running from the monetary financial responsibility of raising that child. Usually if they run and they don't see their own kid, there's a lot of guys like that in America here, that as soon as they get a girl knocked up, they're gone, or they threaten to do something to the girl if she tries to get support or whatever. A lot of men out there don't want any part of it. They don't want any part of being a father. And I really think that more than the financial responsibility part of it, I think most men out there that do that are internally, whether they realize it or not, they are internally running from the emotional maturity and attachment that comes with being a father of a child, a parent of their own blood. They don't know how to be a father. They don't know how to act, or how to be a part of their everyday life, and they run from it. Now, I'm not saying that in every situation where a father doesn't raise their child. I'm saying in all those men out there, millions of men, and I know there's some of you out there, probably a few of you listen to this video, there's a lot of you guys out there that have run from your obligation to take care of your child and be a father. And it's not the financial obligation or responsibility that you're running from most of the time. It is the emotional attachment, the emotional maturity and responsibility you're running from, that you're scared to death of with your child. You don't want no part of that. Whether it be because it means an end to your party days, when you're running around town and having your fun, or whether it just means you just don't have a clue and don't want to learn what it means to be a dad. So I understand that, because I understand, I'm a father myself, raising kids now. I understand what it is that most men are running from out there when they don't take any part of their children's life. It could be a lot of the money, but I think more than that, for most men, it's just they don't want any part of being a dad, whether it's going to be to ruin their fun or ruin their life or whatever it is they think internally. But if they would only reach out and grab and touch and hug and hold their child and be a part of their everyday life and give a damn, if only men would do that, they would realize that by running, they are running from the greatest love they could possibly ever know. They are running from something so great, they are absolutely clueless. It would be like somebody coming up to them and offering them a $10 million diamond, and then saying, no, I don't want that, and turning around and freaking running. No, somebody offered him $1 million in his briefcase, and then turning around and running, because they don't want no part of something that great. They would rather continue to live on welfare and paycheck to paycheck or whatever. It's a completely different life when you have a child. And these guys out there that don't take part of their children's lives and get to know and love and care for their own children, their own blood, they are missing something great. It's worth so much more than the money that they would spend on the child. I can't even begin to explain to you how great it is to have children and to be a father. So I understand that. And let me know what you guys think of these comments down below. Let me know if this hits you in one way. Maybe you're the child who's never known the real father. Maybe you're a child, or maybe you're the father who either takes part of your children's life, or maybe you're one of the guys that have ran. Whatever it is, let me know down in the comments below. Respond to what I'm saying here. Let me know, please, down there. I think this could be an interesting debate. Anyway, if you are one of those fathers out there, you're missing out, man. You are missing out. And I don't know how great it's going to be the grandfather to a baby girl, but I can tell you the feeling is pretty spectacular so far, and I haven't even held that little girl yet. So it's pretty amazing. Anyway, I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching Drive to Work. This has been Zaxter99. Be sure you leave your comments below. Be sure you rate this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.